So hopefully you guys can see things. Doodles. All right. Second attempt appears to be successful. Second attempt. Yeah, I don't know what the deal was, Jason. It just it was black, like, and had a cross through the camera icon, and didn't matter how many times I touched it, it would not change. So, oh well. My picture, the one picture I needed, is back at the other house. Okay, great. All right, so the winner for tonight's stream is Mr. Spock. So that's where we're gonna go. And I'm gonna go strictly from memory, because even though I printed out some reference, I didn't bring it.
Do you want me to go get it?
Nope. How you feeling, Jason?
You both?
What?
You both? He said you both? Question mark.
I don't know what he's saying.
Me either.
He's finally lost it. Unless there was something before then.
Hi, Carlos. Jason asked how you're feeling.
Not bad. A little discombobulated, I guess. But we get there.
Carlos says hi, cremation.
Hello, Carlos. Welcome. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, we're doing SPOCK tonight.
Yep. And again, standard disclaimer, I do a quick light sketch like this, and then I will erase it and do a darker sketch, so don't panic when I start erasing. And then I just do it darker, more detailed.
Hi, Sam. In case you didn't just hear that, I'm not sure how long you've been here. We're doing SPOCK tonight from Star Trek. And I see my mom is here. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Gail.
Did you have a good birthday? I bet you wanted Jeff to draw you a Spock sketch for your birthday.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no doubt.
And here he is doing it today. Like, come on. Where were you? And she said yes. We're there.
Yeah. Actually, having a little-
And for anyone who's new here, he does do a drawing at the end of the live stream. So one of the viewers wins the finished sketch, and he will send it to you if you would provide your address. And if you don't want to provide your address, you can send a scan as well. Jason is a fan of the epic bell-bottom pants.
Well, they're bloused over his boots, but yeah. See if I can do Leonard Nimoy some justice here, but probably not.
So what is everyone's favorite Star Trek series?
Oh, that's a good question.
What's yours, Jeff?
It's hard to pick, but honestly, this is going to be, for people who are Trek fans, this is controversial, but I think Enterprise is my favorite one. They tried to do something different, but still kind of stay within the lore and whatnot, and I just really like the characters, some of the stuff they did. But a lot of people were kind of turned off by that one. It was a little too different.
Welcome back, Samantha.
Sorry for the hiccup.
In regard to the bell-bottom pants, Jason says, "Oh, sure, I know what I see."
Getting there. Anybody else have any favorite?
Not that they've shared. Yet.
Indicated yet? Probably not.
Come on, Jason. I know you have a favorite. Which one is yours?
What? It'd probably be like, I didn't really watch Star Trek.
Samantha, it's Spock from Star Trek,
The original series.
the original series. So Leonard Nimoy is the actor's name. Jason says DS9.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Best thing to me about Deep Space Nine was that Worf actually got to be a badass. Instead of getting jobbed all the time on Next Generation. Like, okay, we have to show that this bad guy is really tough, so we'll have him kick Worf's ass. And then they just kept doing it. So like I said, my reference is not here, so I'm going from memory. So hardcore Trek fans will have to excuse me for not getting his phaser or his tricorder exactly right.
Do you want me to go get?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Just excuses, babe. Just excuses. Okay, here we go. I'm erasing, but not because I'm starting over.
Don't panic. He can still see it even though you can't on the camera. Jason is panicking.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a hobby of his.
Oh, and Smith is gonna tell Ginny to join.
Nice.
And Samantha says, from memory?
Yeah. Yeah, from memory. Watched a lot of Star Trek as a kid.
Well, it's not like you haven't watched Star Trek for like 6 months or a year. Maybe you haven't, but you were just looking at the photos
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, primarily it's a likeness concern, so I don't think I'm gonna get a great Nimoy likeness, but that's okay.
And Samantha said, you can, you're very talented.
Well, thank you.
And Bob is here late,
There's
but I
Bob.
made it. And Jason said he really is. I believe he's saying talented.
Let's go with it. Beauty is I don't have to go with the limitations of the ear prosthetics here, so I can make them a little more pronounced if I want to.
Bob says, love Spock, but was hoping for some Jeffrey Combs.
Yeah, I'm partial to Shran as well. The actor Jeffrey Combs plays Commander Shran. Was one of the choices, not by accident.
So Bob, you didn't vote for Spock, huh? But he still showed up. And Samantha says, suspenseful silence.
Sorry, sometimes I get absorbed in what I'm doing.
And Bob is also eating dinner. He's multitasking, so apologizes for his typing. And Samantha says it doesn't matter, anything to be here. And then we have someone talking about Jesus,
Oh, okay.
to save us all.
Well, that's nice, I
Let's
guess.
do homework. Jason says Jadzia Dax was my vote.
Yeah,
I
so
probably said that wrong.
no, you got it.
Oh.
That's a Deep Space Nine character, and she's really cool. But
And then, sorry, I'm laughing. Referring to the silence, Bob says, if only he had been as quiet as a kid.
yeah, nope. Not normally this quiet as an adult, so
Mo is here and voted for Spock.
nice.
Welcome, Mo.
Trick is to, for me anyway, is to not make Spock too superhero proportiony, but it's kind of what I do, so.
So maybe we should ask our new arrivals as well, what is your favorite Star Trek series?
Oh yeah. We had a Deep Space Nine vote from Jason. I said Enterprise because I'm a weirdo.
Mark Stegbauer says, hey Jeff.
Hey Mark, how's it going?
Samantha says, so clean.
Thanks.
Bob said, Spock looks angry, he's not more buff.
Yeah. It's hard to draw those eyebrows without him coming off angry. I mean, Nimoy had a pretty severe look anyway. But, you know, excuses again.
Real Flowers says cool. Mark says TOS for me.
Nice.
What is TOS?
The original series.
Ah. Clearly, I've not given an answer for a reason.
Right.
I'm not qualified to answer that question. Although, I mean, to be fair, I've watched episodes here and there, but I've never just like sat down and watched the
Yeah.
series beginning to end. Oh, and Jenny's here. Jenny says hi.
Hey, Jenny.
Mom says, I like the brows. Can you draw me a set?
Next time I'm over.
Mark says, Strange New Worlds has been fun.
Yeah, that's a good show as well. But I refuse to commit to yet another streaming service. I think I watched the first season, I think.
What service is it?
Paramount Plus. If you see me not drawing for a minute, a couple of seconds, I'm just shaking out the pins and needles in my hand.
Samantha asks, is he holding something in his other hand?
No, this is actually, when I finish it, he's just kind of holding his hand out, balancing, so to speak.
Jason said Picard was good too, show wise.
I don't think I saw that one.
And Bob said, haven't seen the most recent season, but have enjoyed the first two.
I assume he's talking about Strange New Worlds.
I think so.
They have a lot of great actors on that show. And that to me really can, I mean, it seems elementary, but it really does make or break a Trek show because it's such an ensemble scenario. You know, you're a fan of each member of the crew, but you're also kind of a fan of the crew itself. And when you have a lot of great people on the crew, it just makes it even better.
Bob says, no next gen love. And Jason said, yes, back to the bell bottoms.
Jason is convinced I'm drawing bell bottoms on Mr. Spock here. Can't quite remember the phaser. The general construction, I think. But something like this.
Bob says it's pants tucked into the boots like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Jason said, sure, Bob, sure.
I already tried to tell him, Bob. He's not buying it. It's also the wrong decade, but that's okay. Technically, this is black, but
Bob says, when Scott and I were kids, we had a phaser that shot little discs. It was awesome. We quickly lost all the discs.
yeah.
Do you think your parents had anything to do with that? Like, anytime they found them, they would say a curse word and toss them in the trash? Oh, Mark had it too.
Yeah, nice. knowing my brothers, it's probably just safer to assume they literally just lost them,
Okay.
like out in the yard, in the woods.
Mark says he still has his Mego Enterprise.
Oh, nice. I remember Bob had a sweet model of the Enterprise back when he was in high school-ish. Still living at home anyway, and I used to be obsessed with it. That and he had like a 12 or 18-inch xenomorph from Alien. Sweet. And I think you could like remove the skull cap and the bones underneath were like glow in the dark or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bob, but that's a memory. And it had like a trigger at the base of its skull that you pulled and it shot out its like inner little tongue mouth thing.
Bob says, I think the people who own that house now are probably still finding those discs in nooks and crannies. And also, yes, on the Alien.
All right, we're getting close to Mr. Spock here. This is really kind of cheating, the whole draw a darker line inside a black object. I should probably erase out a little bit.
Bob said, I don't know who saw Alien and said we gotta make kids' toys out of that, but I thank them.
Yeah. The same idiots that are like, everything has to be Star Wars now, you know? Like, they made money with toys. They have to do toys for everything.
Samantha asks, will you put some background or will it stay like that?
I do have an idea for tiny background elements, but they're not going to be anything super exciting. But yes, there'll be a little bit of background here in a minute.
Jason says, I vote tribbles for a background.
No tribbles this time. Well, I thought I would do something of similar size.
Bob says, ooh, put Guardian of Forever in there.
One of my favorite episodes. I'll see if I can draw these correctly. Is where they find the Horta, and they find like the silicone eggs that are shattered, like the miners had broken them open and stuff. And then Spock mind melds with this giant piece of like lasagna made out of foam and rubber.
Mark says, same folks who developed Rambo into a cartoon probably made the Alien toy.
Yeah, Conan the Barbarian too. Yeah.
Bob says, random rock circle thingy.
Yeah.
Jason said, nice, Mark. Bob says, pain.
Yes, that's the episode.
And Samantha says, wow.
Yeah, Spock like mind melds with this thing, and it's been like hit by like at one point a phaser, but I think also like a mining laser or something like that, and so it has this wound, and he mind melds with it, and that's like one of the first things he says. He just moans. Pain.
Bob says, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Yeah, he.
Is that a bonesism?
It is bones. He makes like a bandage for the thing out of like plaster and concrete because it's like silica based. Some sort of foamy set background there.
Bob says, by golly, Jim, I'm beginning to think I can cure a rainy day. Jason said, is that I'm beginning to think I can heal a rainy day.
Yeah.
And they pretty much posted at the same time, I think, so great minds think alike, you guys.
All right, so this is where the fun begins, to borrow from a different sci-fi franchise.
Oh, is it time for fun?
Yeah, it's time for fun, so I am gonna roll die.
I go with the 20 tonight, unless
think so.
unless you got something between 8 and 20.
Yeah, we got 10s, we got 12s.
Let's go with a 10.
Let's go with a 10-sided. So I'm gonna roll a die that has 10 sides, and when I tell you, guess a number between 1 and 10, and whoever guesses it first wins. So, here we go. I have rolled the die. So go ahead and start guessing. It's not 1, Jason. Bob, Bob. Between 1 and 10? Oh, Samantha, you win.
Yay!
It was a 7.
Congratulations.
So I assume we'll do the standard procedure where I'll scan this in tomorrow and send it to your Instagram. Sorry, Andrew, it was 7. Does that work, Sam? Somebody's excited. Makes me feel good. Nice to see the regulars winning. Not Jason again. Yes, I do. So tomorrow night, I will send that to your Instagram. And for everybody else, thank you for joining us again, and we'll see you next Monday.
Oops. Sorry, I'm throwing things over here.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night, guys. See you next week.